Hi everyone and Happy New Year! As we kick off a brand new year, I wanted to sit down and talk to you about something that's real, and that is being a working mom. My name is Daviana. I am a full-time working mom. I am an implementation consultant for a software company, and I'm a mommy to a one-year-old. So I definitely know I've had my year of being a working mom, being in the trenches, and it's not always easy. And honestly, some days it literally feels like a complete juggling act. I've learned that there are a few things that keep me grounded, and that is my faith, my family, and honestly, just figuring out how to make all of this work. Today, I wanted to share with you 5 tips that have helped me balance it all. So let's get into it. You want to first start your day out with intention. For me, mornings are my reset moment. Of course, I have the end of the night once the baby is sleeping at around 8 o'clock, 8:30. But in the morning, if I'm not being careful, I can easily get up in the morning and start doing things for everyone else and making sure everyone else is ready to get out the door and forget about myself. And then when that happens, it just seems like I just started off rough. Before the day starts to spin out of control, I like to take a few quick moments with God. Sometimes it's a quick prayer while I'm laying in bed, and I like to pray for strength and focus. And let me tell you, prepping for the night before, such as laying out the clothes, getting the baby's clothes ready, making sure all the bottles are clean, making sure that when you start your day, you can just get up and go, has been a complete lifesaver. So when I wake up and I know that I'm a little bit more prepared, it's like I can handle whatever the day is going to throw at me. Point 2, I like to center Christ around my workday. So here's one thing that I've learned. You don't have to wait for Sunday to invite God into your life. So during the workday, especially when I sit in front of my desk before I start my day, I like to do a quick prayer, and that prayer is about like just setting my day, my work day with intention. That means I'm praying for strength. I'm praying for guidance so that I can listen attentively. I'm praying for intention. So during the workday, I'll pray in the morning before I get into all of my emails. I also pray before a big meeting. Sometimes I'll play like worship music in the background, especially when I need a little bit more peace. Even something as simple as saying, God, give me strength to get through this, helps me to focus and remind me that Christ is always with me. Point 3, embrace the small wins and balance. Balance. We hear that all the time. Work-life balance. Balance here, balance there. And the word gets thrown around a lot. But honestly, I think it's more than just about figuring out what matters most in the moment. Some days I feel like I'm superwoman at work. I'm just killing it. I'm a boss. I'm looking like Angelica's mom. For those of you who know me very closely, know that I admire Angelica's mom because she's always been a bad mama gemma, and she's just such a businesswoman. She's always in her pencil suit and she's always on the phone. Like, everyone knows Angelica from the Rugrats. But some days I feel like I'm superwoman. Other days it's all about, my family, making sure I'm doing errands. Sometimes I got to make phone calls while I'm at my desk because we know the doctor's office is not open on the weekends. So sometimes it's just the days are just different, and that's okay. But I've learned to celebrate the little wins. So that's like being able to sit and have family dinner at the table, or that's finishing a work project without stressing out. So those small wins, they remind me that I'm doing the best that I can, and that's enough. Give yourself grace, girlfriend. Give yourself grace. Point 4, you want to make time for yourself without feeling guilty. Let's be real. As moms, we're pros at putting everyone else first and ourselves last. And let me tell you, there's so many mornings where I start out immediately taking care of my puppies well, they're not puppies anymore, but I start taking care of my dogs. Then I take care of Liam. I make sure I tell my husband have a good day as he's leaving out the door. And then before I know it, it's like time for me to get started onto my computer. So I found that even sometimes the 15 minutes of like peace and quiet just for me to think and decompress in the morning makes a huge difference. I do like to listen to a podcast, and sometimes I like to just drink my coffee in peace. And what I've learned is don't feel guilty about taking time for yourself. You really have to fill your own cup before you start getting up and filling somebody else's cup. Taking care of yourself isn't selfish, mama. It's how you show up better for yourself and for the people that you love. So you got to take care of yourself first. Point 5 is to lean on God for challenges and celebrate all of our joys. There's hard days, right? So the ones where nothing goes right, in those moments, I remind myself to give it up to God. He's carried me through so many tough times, and I know he's going to do it again. The way that he carries us is just so immense. Like, all you have to do is pray about it. On the flip side, when things are going great, I try to remember, like, thank you, God. Like, I have to say thank you for blessing me. Thank you for the blessings that you've given my family. And I have to remind myself over and over again to just be thankful. Trusting in him in the hard times and celebrating the good moments is a real game changer. Being a working mom isn't always easy, but it's the most rewarding journey I could ever imagine being on, especially when you let God be a part of it. I hope that these tips encourage you and give you a little bit of inspiration as we step into the new year. But what about you? What helps you get through the day? What helps you stay connected to your faith? If you can let me know in the comments, I really would love to hear from you. And I would love to hear, like, how do you as a working mom remain connected in your faith? I want to thank you so much for watching. If you liked today's video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. And without further ado, bye.